Alright, I'm here with Chris Valentine. First of all, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So what is your role here at South by Southwest?
So I produce the South by Southwest Accelerator live pitch event, which is a platform to allow early-stage companies to make product or services to industry experts, venture capitalists, or high-profile media.
Okay, it sounds like a perfect fit for South by Southwest a little bit. So what are some of the big startups and entrepreneurs that you've seen pitch here, and a little bit more detail about your time? How does it get besides getting all those people?
Yeah, so I've actually been producing this all 9 years.
Okay.
South by Southwest. In that 9 years, a couple of data points. Of the 353 companies that have pitched in the event, 71% have secured funding, 14% have been acquired, equally over $3.1 billion funding. So we're not a funder, but it just kind of shows that we're choosing the right types of companies when we're selecting the companies. The other part to note is that we've had companies who've been involved. We traditionally take companies less than $5 million funding, launched within 12 months of the March event. We've had Siri, Tango, which is really huge in Europe. We have Who's Buying. We just actually Tube Mobile was involved. Tube Mobile, one of the things that's great about them is that they actually were just acquired by Adobe for $540 million.
Wow. So it sounds like this is the place to kind of amplify your recent launch.
Yeah, I think that when I think about South by Southwest, I think it's a couple different things. I think it's a great way if you're a startup, validate your product, perfect your pitch, kind of market engagement in the sense of you have a chance to kind of get out there and amplify your message to a larger audience. And then if you're interested in trying to raise funds for capital, there's an opportunity to do that. And it's such a concentrated event. You don't just come for the South by Southwest Accelerator event, you come for the larger event as well.
Yeah.
So not only get to pitch and do those things that I just described, but then you have this bigger conference happening at the same time, so you have a chance to kind of really amplify it, unlike a lot of other events that you might get to pitch at.
Right. So how long do startups have to pitch? What's that kind of process?
It's usually, as far as like on stage, a 2-minute pitch, and there's 7 minutes Q&A with the judges,
Okay.
and then a couple minutes to change over, and we're off to the next one.
So it's roughly about 10 minutes.
About 10 minutes. And this year we have, it's a new format, we actually have 50 companies pitching over 2 days.
Okay.
We have 10 categories, and each of those categories will have 5 companies.
Okay.
Interesting to note is 30 of the companies this year are outside the U.S. So it's actually been a trend over the last couple of years. We're getting more and more startups involved, and it kind of plays on some things that I think are really important in the sense of being a global event, which South by Southwest is. And this is reflected in the companies that we're seeing on stage, not just this year, but the last few years as well.
What are some of the other trends that you've seen as you mentioned been here from the inception, kind of seen it grow? Is there any type of industry that's you've noticed growing besides tech as a whole?
Well, one of the things that I've been seeing over the last, like this year, is kind of one of what I would say about kind of more micro trends, but I'm also seeing the larger South by Southwest, is you're kind of seeing these more traditional sectors kind of immersing themselves in technology, and in particular startup technology. And so that transportation is an interesting thing, people think about Uber and Lyft, but transportation is in the sense of just kind of the distribution channels and ties to all the logistics. It's completely being transformed in so many different ways. So it's not just about you and me driving someplace, it's also about getting product from where people might be. So you're kind of thinking transportation, I think sports and technology. And so, sports has been around forever. Everyone's immersed themselves in sports in some level or another. But now you're starting to see sport entities looking at ways to have higher level fan engagement. How do they create that brand loyalty with the product, but not just sports experience, but on a bigger level? How do you kind of not just have that engagement, but turn engagement into some sort of and so you're seeing this kind of whole other traditional sectors that are kind of rising, emerging into something that startup worlds that we're talking about now.
So what's up next for the pitch contest, as well as the event that you oversee? Where can it go from here? Where do you see it growing?
Well, I think this year we actually changed a lot, just in the way that we did it. But I think that I try to keep my focus on something that's you just kind of try to observe what's going to be around. I mean, for me, I think that we've been kind of trying to have the global aspect of it. It's been something interesting. I think that we've scaled it to a size that I think is pretty huge. So I'm not sure I know kind of where we're planning with the next couple of years. One of the things that I often think is just a ways to tinker it and make it better. I think oftentimes we get through this year's event and say, okay, what do we want to do? I personally do probably 10 to 15 minutes a year, a lot of large events to kind of see what we're doing. We're often kind of in line, or I'm trying to just be ahead of the curve from there. And I see that we're all leaders running feel good. If you think of a large conference, we're probably right in line, and it's running ahead there. So it's hard to know what it'll be the next 3 to 5 years, but hopefully I just want to make it better.
And are you local to Austin?
I'm based in Austin, Texas. The conference is based in Austin, Texas, but obviously it's a global event.
Right. And last question is, how much have you seen Austin kind of transform over the last couple of years, especially South by Southwest, how fast that's grown?
Yeah, well, I think that in some ways, it's almost like part of what makes South by Southwest so special is the idea that it's a film conference, a music conference, and an interactive conference, technology conference, all merged into one. Because you oftentimes just get one or three, you don't get all three. So you have these three groups of people coming together, converging into this conference that makes it really special. Well, I think with Austin, Texas, there's a possibility you've got this political environment because it's a state capital. You've got this tech scene, which is huge in Austin. It's oftentimes considered one of the top ecosystems in the country, right behind the big three, Boston, here in Silicon Valley. The University of Texas here, and then you've got this whole key Austin line. Austin Weird Ride. So you've got all these kind of different communities kind of working together, kind of converging. And that's what I think makes Austin really special. I think the combination of both of those. And I often learn it in South by Southwest, really good city. You never know. I think part of what makes it so great is coming from the city. And so being in the city. And I think that over the last few years, Austin as well. I think that South by Southwest is an important part of that platform. And what I mean by that is that if you think about this, we have places, hundreds of thousands of people conference on different levels, and so that is an incredible opportunity to see Austin the city.
Yeah.
And so when you're thinking about where do I want to shop my next company, or I've got interview for Home Away, or Retail and Not,
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods, my wife was Whole Foods. And so you have these people who oh, I wouldn't mind doing Austin, I love Austin. And so when you see us all always listed at the top places to be. And so all these types of things come together. So it's this incredible city, because you get a flavor as opposed to saying like, hey, I'd love to, like, what do you think about this? I think both of those things, that's a sound line, the city is growing, working together, it's kind of increasing the help of it's a hard one.
I actually just moved here 6 weeks ago. From North Carolina, so definitely don't regret it at all. Love the city.
You've only lived here 6 years, you still have
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
The humidity. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
I asked you
We'll talk about.
Well, you may go differently. So right now, you're like, just enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm in it. It's pretty cool today. So last question. Do you have any advice, having seen all these concerts, what's the one thing that entrepreneurs are getting wrong as far as the pitch? And what's something they can improve on? What's one little detail that you'd recommend?
I think there's a couple things. I oftentimes hear from investors and things like that, for team firms, which are, and I think the reality is if you don't have a strong team, that's okay. Because you have to start something with your company, but then surround yourself with people who are in that industry and have some sort of great industry that kind of help with themselves. So you can say, you've got a bunch of resumes, 5 people on your team, but they're all at this level, it doesn't help them great. And that's it. But when you really have this person, I think it helps there. So I think team first, it's really how do you kind of make that team. I think that's what gets you through the rough times. And I think the other thing is like, I wish that started to really just find ways to figure out what's the difference from the market. We should focus on that. And you're realizing this, we're revolutionizing this. So you're not doing market research. And so the thing is, there's nothing wrong with having other competitors in the market. It's always going to be the case. There isn't really anybody that's doing something that's just that different. It's very hard to be those types of companies. But the key to, from my side, is like, okay, so you're different from the market. But really, because there's 30 or 50 or 200 companies like you, what differentiates you? Sometimes it's small details, sometimes it's huge things. So understanding that really kind of helps you as a company trying to basically just say something.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
All right.